and this is where I have been voting all my life. We have done very intense campaigns as a party for our candidate who is standing next to me. I'm accompanied by our candidate, Majimbo Kalasinga, our chairman for the party in Trans Nzoia, Ferdinand Wanyonyi, MP for Kwanza, our chief whip, Dr. Chris Wamalwa, MP for Kiminini, and several MCAs. Our other MPs are deployed elsewhere in the constituency to see that there is order and it is incident-free voting. We have, however, been informed from various command posts in the constituency of cases of voter bribery by UDA-leaning MPs. MPs have been spotted roaming around with sachets of money, some MPs from this county and others from elsewhere, and we have reported the matter to the security agencies to ensure that voter bribery, which is a criminal offense, is not allowed to take place because it has a resulting effect of disenfranchising the people of Kabuchai from voting for a person of their choice because of undue influence from the money. And obviously our youth cadre, our scouts and our teams of the party will also help the agencies in tracking down these malfeasance as they do their nefarious activities, because we do not condone, neither shall we tolerate voter bribery. We have informed the police, who are the law enforcement agencies. IBC has been notified that this morning MPs were found in Busakala, in Sanandiki, they have been found in Nalondo, they have been found in Luya, in Sikata, openly hawking money to voters. This is something that we condemn, but on a lighter note, we are very confident that our candidate has, together with the party and all our supporters, carried out very intense, deep and far-reaching campaigns that are likely going to yield positive results. We stand here with absolute confidence that this was a Fort Kenya seat, and a Fort Kenya seat is going to remain because we know our people and we know the trust they have in us as a party, in me as their leader, and above all in our candidate of choice, Majimbo Kalasinga, who has just cast his vote in Sikusi primary. And we look forward to a day free of ugly incidents. We will, as a team, go around the constituency just to ensure that voting is moving on smoothly. And we want to urge IEBC to do an exemplary job like they have always done in by-elections, so that we have an outcome that is not contestable, an outcome that all Kenyans will be proud of. Thank you.
You are the party leader of Fort Kenya. Don't you think this by-election is a litmus test for you in terms of the dominance of Fort Kenya in this region's politics, and also in terms of your political capital from the western region, putting in mind the national politics?
There is no doubt that the outcome of this by-election has a direct bearing on my standing among colleagues in the country at the level at which I operate. If I lose a seat in my own home, certainly it will be a blot on my political career and my political image. So you are right that my standing among peers must be reflected by my ability to marshal my primary support in my primary constituency, so that they can be able to vote in a manner that I desire. That's why the last 1 week you've seen me crisscross together with the colleagues that I'm with here and those who are not here. Mama Count Catherine Wambilianga, who suffered some minor injury in an incident that you have covered. We are very conscious of the issue that you have raised, and we are very conscious that that issue will not be allowed to happen. Not by us here, but by the people of this area who have brought us up and who know who we are.
Of course, there is also that by-election pact between ANC and Ford Kenya. Do you think this is the outcome of this by-election is going to have a bearing in that mooted merger between ANC and Ford Kenya moving forward to the next election?
As you know, ANC has fielded a candidate in Matungu with our support, and ANC has demonstrated support for our candidate here in Kabuchai. You've seen us evolve a new political term called adopting a candidate, in which ANC, Wiper, and KANU adopted our candidate as their candidate, and in Matungu, Ford Kenya, Wiper, and KANU adopted an ANC candidate as their candidate. It is a major step in the direction of galvanizing the unity of the people of this region, and I have no doubt that ANC will perform well in Matungu as we perform well here. And the catalytic effect to this is that it draws us closer and closer to each other in the pursuance of the unity of the region and in furtherance of our desire to have a united front in 2022.
Other than the issues and allegations of voter bribery, are there any other challenges that your agents perhaps have communicated to you regarding this entire exercise?
Remember, it's only 2 hours since the polling stations were opened. So our command center at Musese CDF headquarters.
All right, so let me bring in my colleague. I bring back my colleague Elvis Kosgei in a Kabuchai constituency. Elvis Kosgei, tell us more about what is happening in Kabuchai currently.
Thank you very much. I'm coming to you from Kabuchai constituency, where the voting process is underway. We spoke earlier to Ford Kenya party leader Moses Masika Wetangula, and of course we saw UDA candidate Evans Masinde Kakai also cast his vote at Nalondo area. And I'm now joined by one Gaspar Wafubwa. I just paint a picture of what has been happening. I understand there have been allegations of voters' bribery. Mheshimiwa, thank you very much for joining us. I understand that you've always insisted that you follow the due process, especially as stipulated by IBC. We've had voters' bribery in different areas. We saw Ford Kenya party leader Moses Wetangula also alleging that the UDA candidate is engaging in hand-to-hand methods. Maybe according to you, are you satisfied with the voting process so far?
Well, I'm not satisfied with the way voting is going on here in Kabuchai because, for one, there is a lot of voter bribery that is going on. These two big parties, Ford Kenya and UDA, are kind of doing things that are not right, and especially voter intimidation in some polling centers. I've realized that some polling centers that are my stronghold, voters are being intimidated and are not being able to get to the polling station and vote. I'm asking the OCAs in charge to take full command and make sure the situation is taken care of. Because if it continues like this, we are going to have a very low voter turnout, and that is going to affect the outcome of the elections in Kabuchai.
Have you maybe reported to the relevant authority?
Yes, I've tried to reach out to the OCAs in charge. And as we speak, I think he's dispatching some security forces around those stations that polling has been interrupted. And I'm going to keep pushing to make sure that especially this voter bribery has to stop. These big parties, I know they have plenty of money which they are trying to dish out to intimidate voters so they can vote in their favor. Me, as an independent candidate, I'm doing the best I can just by talking to my people to go out there and vote. And I want to ask the people of Kabuchai, despite the intimidation they are going through, to ensure before the end of voting day, they should make sure they go to the polling station and try to vote.
All right. Right, so away from matters by election in the 3 counties and to other news making the headlines, Isiolo County has launched a crisis communication plan.